Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody. I just barely made it to my live stream, so I hope that you guys can join me. If not, I will put a timestamp after when the live stream is over. So today I wanted to spend a moment into responding to a lot of your messages. I took the time and I looked at all of my YouTube comment as well as my LinkedIn comment. And the most common theme right now that I'm hearing is recruiter ghosting you after you have spent countless hours, months, or even up to a year applying to positions. And when you finally land that job interviewed, you speak with the hiring managers, you were promised on moving forward to the next round, and boom, they completely ghosted you. So stay tuned. Let's talk about why employers are behaving the way that they are. Let's chat about what you can do to stay on top of that, or at least try to get in front of them. And what are some of the strategies right now to help you at least be, I don't want to say productive. I'm assuming that all you guys have worked very hard into landing the right job. It's not even the word right now, but at least getting movement with employers. Okay. But if you are tuning in for the first time, my name is Holly Lee. I am your leadership career coach. Been live streaming for quite some time. My background is in talent, leadership, and management. Also did a lot of interview training for the last 20 plus years or so. I'm here to simply, out of my hobby, I should say, created this YouTube channel so that I could help you in answering all the questions relating to career, relating to how you should land an interview, pass your interview. And I'm known for my 60-second answer using the STAR method, not from Amazon. Somebody created just a generic STAR method, but I was able, through the last 6 years of working with a number of clients, how to twist it and mold it around being extremely concise. Because more than ever, guys, right now, employers are not interested in hearing about anything else outside of you answering the questions, okay? So if you are truly new, please go ahead and smash that subscribe button. When you do that, it really motivates me to come back every single Thursday, same time, same date at 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern time to live stream for you. If you wanted to support my work, you can also click on join. That way, you will get a email alert from me once a week when I do these meetings. I do take it off with member only free coaching via Zoom. That is correct. I do that. Unfortunately, YouTube does not give us your email list, right? So therefore, it's really difficult for me to send out an announcement, and I have to do it in the World Wide Web in public. So if you'd like to be part of my email list, feel free to go to my webpage, which is hollylee.co. I'm afraid to press this button because this morning, when I turned on my live stream, my original camera, which is right here, by the way, guys, had finally worn out. So after 5 years of burning the midnight oil on this, it's finally broken. So I have to figure out what is wrong. That's also to show you that you don't need to spend a lot of money or focus on a lot of high quality. You just need really any camera with a lens or even webcam. You're looking at me right now to prepare you for your upcoming job interview. Okay. So Let's get started. I did not get a chance to send out an announcement. I didn't because I was actually rushing. I rather show up for you guys than to not show up at all. Okay. So let's take a first questions of the day, which is I spend, if this is you, I spend countless hour applying to job. I was trying to prepare for my final loop interview. This is not just Amazon. This is with any employer. And the interviewed date never came. I'm not sure what happened. I reach out to the hiring manager to follow up or the recruiter, and they have completely ghosted me in silence. Go check out my video. I'll leave it up here somewhere after the stream, probably end of the day, where I made a video last year on recruiter or hiring manager ghosted. Worst, if you are at the final stage where you have a verbal offer from the employer and you never heard back from them. What does that mean? Well, let me tell you. Okay. There's a countless number of things I have never in my career of recruiting or talent acquisition seen anything like this before. A lot of my friends who are talent leaders, HR leaders, they would tell me that it is so overwhelming with the amount of people they have to decline. They just don't get back to them. And here I am coming in as a coach to educate the employer that all you really have to do is go into the system and decline. You don't even have to talk to them. You don't even have to email the candidate, hiring managers, recruiters, right? All you have to do is send them a message. Candidates are not looking for closure, but candidate wanted to know, should I continue to apply to other position within the same company, or should I just sit and wait for that one role while I'm interviewing with other players? Okay. That is why, everyone, is because they are so overwhelmed. First reason, they don't have time, or simply they just forgotten about you. It is true. The second thing is they just don't, I'm trying to be HR appropriate here. They just don't want to deal with any kind of ambiguity. So a lot of, I call them employers, so recruiters or hiring managers, it is because they don't want to give you that negative connotation, even with with an email declined. So they rather just avoid it all and kind of shut the door that way. Okay. Those are really the two reasons. If it has to do with the rec being closed or the hiring managers have changed their mind or anything like that, it's really simple for them to trigger it in the internal application tracking system, literally just pressing a button. So for a lot of you guys that has reached out to me and you are not really sure what to do, here's what you do. Yes, you should absolutely follow up, seek to understand, don't assume. I would, if you have the email address, send the email address, express your interest in moving forward. Also, kind of reminding them of the last conversation because you don't know. They must be really busy and they probably don't even remember ever interviewing you. That is true. Um, because as you know, if a position is posted anywhere at all within the first minute, there should be hundreds of applicants going after that. I think a lot of folks are just really overwhelmed. Okay. So let's move forward to the good things, the positive way to be productive and actually get some type of response. Okay. If I were you, I would highly recommend that you spend your effort into networking. That way, even if you're not a fit, whomever you're networking meaning start out with the people you know. Don't start off with the people you don't know, right? They can at least have the decency to give you that feedback so that you can move forward. Sometimes they just don't because it is part of the interviewing process because there has been time where candidates don't take feedback well. And as an employer, they don't want to deal with any kind of political issues. That is really the raw truth. So, at the very bare minimum, if you leverage your network, just pause for a second here while I drink my coffee. Just think about the people you used to work with. It doesn't matter if you're not buddy buddy with them, just folks that you have a good interaction with. Okay. Even back until the days that you were in college with them, what are those people doing now? I mean, reach out to folks who know some level of your work. When you're asking for referral into the company they're working with, don't just ask them to do that, but you kind of have to train them a little bit. Okay. Like I said, they're very busy. For those who still have a job, they probably get a lot of this. So if I were you guys, I would be a little bit more mindful. Okay. Um, I don't know if you guys noticed, aside from being the founder and CEO of hollylee.co, I do run a VIP coaching for leadership and folks. I also do private coaching, but outside of that, 50% of my business, the bulk of my business, is helping startup and mid-sized company, even like the Microsoft. I do help a lot of organization build and scale the recruiting process. Also as an HR business partner as well. So I too reach out to my own network for those type of clientele. Even so, guys, I want it to be very, very raw and authentic. I work for 90% of the FANG company, and I work for a lot of the folks. Sometimes they're so busy, they don't even look at your message until I don't know when. It could also be because they're no longer with the companies, okay? They're no longer with that company. Their LinkedIn profile is probably not even up to date anymore. So if your connection or contact is no longer with the employer, that is also an indication that the LinkedIn premium account is taking off. I'm not sure if they see your message. Okay. So this is what I mean. You need to nurture your connections like gold, guys. Gold. Okay. Don't just ask for things, but be very mindful. Check in with them and see how they're doing. If you guys need help with networking, I am completing a course. It's called Networking Strategies. Feel free to reach out to me via LinkedIn. I can send you more information. And I also have the entire playlist. It's called LinkedIn Networking on my YouTube. Just go ahead and click on the playlist. Okay. So, very lastly and finally, let's just say that you are very disappointed. You are feeling a bit down and you're not getting any movement from all the employer that promise you either A, moving forward to the final loop, or again, worse, that offer never came through because they told you the offer and you actually have a conversation about the compensation, right? Now what? You reach out to them and you go nowhere. So just assume that the position is either filled, they made a mistake, or whatever that happens. Let me tell you guys, I have heard so many excuses since the recession from last year. I have never seen anything like this before in my 25 plus years career. So I would say, you still have to put your chin up and keep on moving forward. The right opportunity and the right employer is out there for you, but you cannot give up. So you still have to have the same momentum. You still have to have the same, I want to say routine. It is true. You got to have some kind of routine to keep on doing it every single day. Networking is the key for you to end up in the next place. Okay. I know that I did not send out a message to tell everybody that I'm live streaming today. So it is every Thursday. I've changed from Tuesday to Thursday. I'll make another announcement sometime later on this week. Okay. So with that in mind, if you guys need help with reviewing your resume or LinkedIn profile down to your interview stories, I also review that for my paid member in my community right here in the live chat. But feel free to reach out to me so that my team can look through your request so that we could do it in the upcoming live stream. Okay. So with that in mind, let's Conch. Hi, Conch. How are you? Conch. Our friend Conch said, I apologize if I can't pronounce the name correctly. I'm an AWS certified cloud practitioner, but still got a job of $4,000. Is it worth it? You still get a job? You mean 4,000 USD a month? Is it worth it? Or are you referring to the practitioner costing $4,000? So if you could still elaborate that for me. I would say if your intention is to get into a technology company, getting a cloud practitioner is absolutely my number one thing. That's actually something that I had advised all of my non-tech folks, all of the project manager, program manager, product manager, finance folks, even, okay? if you want these big companies or, just company in general to even consider you, remember, even prior to the recession, you're competing with so many people. So outside of your college degree, you gotta have something more to show the employer why you want to transition from a non-traditional role into the company. Okay. I can tell you that I would say out of all the folks that I have advised, even account managers, sales folks, all the ones who have actually put in the effort, the time to complete the AWS certification cloud practitioner, all were able to land job interview at AWS. This is true. And a lot of them, if not all of them, are now working at Amazon. That is very true because it will come up in the interview process, or it is your opportunity when somebody asks you, why do you want to work for AWS? Well, I'm so passionate to work for the technology that coming from a non traditional technology company, I actually got certified with a cloud practitioner so I can learn more about your environment, Mr. and Mrs. Hiring Manager. Okay. So for me, it's absolutely worth it. You just want to do something different from the traditional. Okay. So if you have any other questions, feel free to put it there. I wanted to tell you guys that summer break is approaching. I will be in Seattle for going back to Seattle. Yes. Taking a break from the Phoenix heat here. I will have my laptop for you. Yeah, really for you guys, right? I will be live streaming every single Thursday on my laptop. So you'll see that my environment would change a little bit. If you have any questions or if you need my support, you don't have to wait until Thursday. You can always drop a comment in any of my video or just reach out to me via LinkedIn. Okay. One last question. Kunal says, I have a bar race around for Amazon coming up. What would be some tips and tricks in mind? The bar racer is a really, really hot topic, guys. And I would advise for you, the first thing you should do is go to it's called Hiring Manager and Bar Racer playlist on my LinkedIn, okay? A really, really good one would be the AWS hiring team. It is literally called AWS Solution Partnering Team. I interviewed two of the leaders at AWS, and they all say the same thing. A lot of people are so fixated with the bar racer. I would just treat it like any other interview because they are just like any other interview. The only difference is that they are being trained to interview doing you and trained to during the debrief process or the hiring committee. They wanted to make sure that the feedback has no bias in there. That's really the role of the bar racer. Okay. They should be excellent interviewer. So the type of questions they ask are really aligned to the leadership principle, just like any other interview. So even if the bar racer wanted to give you a strong hired and the hiring manager does not want to hire you, you still will not get the job. You understand where I'm going, right, guys? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Don't put your effort too much with the hiring managers around. There is no tips and there is no tricks. When it comes to interviewing, there's really no tricks and nicks, nothing. The only tricks I can give you is you need to have at the bare minimum, 15 to 20 different story. Great story where you're not recycling the stories. Okay. I teach you how to do that on my playlist. It literally says Amazon interview questions and answer or example. And I have, I believe, 9 different example, my personal example, of course, based on my personal experience to help you. Okay. So if you need that, feel free to do so. And if you would like my coaching, feel free to reach out to me via LinkedIn on that. Again, when it comes to the bar raiser round, don't think too much of that. But if you're really interested, it's very easy to spot a BR, which is they usually show up as very confident. They're usually very direct and very transparent. I'm thinking here, I don't actually remember any BR that actually ever smiled. The time that I spent at Amazon, I was there for 7.5 years total. And I shadow every single interview, including the BR, level 7 and director positions. And one of the feedback I have for them is, you're kind of freaking the candidate out if you don't at least smile a little bit and let them know that you are helping them, because people are very nervous when they interviewed. Even if you're not, a lot of people are now more so than ever, because you know that you've got that one shot and their feedback will stay in the system forever, right? So, and again, you all know that I'm not here trying to brand myself as an Amazon coach or anything like that. But as you can see from the live chat, every single one of my questions are all Amazon AWS related. So here I am, your Amazon coach. Alrighty. Renato, how are you? Our friend Renato says, I finished the final interview on Friday, and now I'm anxiously waiting through the 5-day feedback window. Once again, thank you for the credit. Oh, nice. Well, fingers crossed for you. Send me a message on LinkedIn or come back next Thursday, same time, same day, guys. Let me know how your interview goes so we can all celebrate you by doing this button. All right. And usually when folks come in here and they announce their job offer, we'll do confetti, we'll just pumped up, we'll dance together virtually for you. Okay. Thank you so much for your tips. I used your videos to help prepare for my interview at Amazon Brazil. Very nice. For the position of regional senior manager, last mile. Awesome. I love last mile. Last mile is probably one of the only few org that I have not had the opportunity to work with. Right now, I can tell you that supply chain and operation in last mile is extremely hot. It's not just Amazon, it's all company, right? If you think about where we are right now in our economy, operation is actually one of the very top. Okay. Brazil, amazing. I wish one day I get to visit your beautiful country, Ornato. Okay. So I will let you guys adjourn for now. I am trying to go back into producing regular video for you on top of the weekly live stream. Bear with me, have a little patience, because it's been a very crazy last 2.5 years moving to Arizona and having to adjust my family life and my professional life, and trying to also pump content that are relevant to where we are today. And I feel like our company, our company is changing. I feel like our economy is constantly changing. It's up and it's all the way down. It's blend and then it's all the way down. Also, a lot of the things, there's a lot of different movement. So I create content as well as live stream based on everything that you guys tell me. So if there's something that you are interested and you wanted to learn, I know it's going to be Amazon, because if you look at my content, it's extremely Amazon friendly. Feel free to drop it in the comment and I will make a video for you. Okay. Until then, if you missed this, my camera has fallen apart, so I have to figure out what is going on, because when I take my laptop for summer break in Seattle, my webcam is a little finicky. I usually don't like to use webcam to live stream. I'm currently using the iMac, which is amazing, by the way. I'm a huge fan of Apple. I don't know what to do. If I were to work for a company and they hand me a Windows laptop, I'll probably look at it and be puzzled and don't know what to do with it. So I have to fix my gear so I can show up properly for you guys. Okay? Be well, take care of yourself, and I will talk to you guys soon.